I am Athalia, Rona.
And I am Nabila Mei.
We are from Mandua, Kota Kediri.
Kediri has the nickname City of Tofu because of many industries and people who produce tofu in the city. The process of making tofu will produce waste, namely solid waste and liquid waste. Liquid waste is generally disposed of directly into the environment, while solid waste such as tofu dregs and soybean husks can be given directly to animal feed. However, giving tofu dregs to poultry must be limited because poultry cannot digest the crude fiber contained in tofu dregs.
To be able to break down the crude fiber contained in tofu dregs and soybean husks, a fermentation process is needed. The fermentation process is also believed to be able to increase protein content found in tofu dregs and soybean husks. The fermented dregs can be used as animal feed, for example for broiler chickens. Broiler chicken farming is one of the cultivation that favored by some people because of the very fast growth and harvest period. Knowing the fact that tofu dregs and soybean husks are still minimal in utilization, on the other hand, there is a phenomenon of increasing public interest in broiler chicken farming. We are interested to taking advantage of this opportunity to make an animal feed in our researches. The title is BROFEED,
High protein broilers livestock feed with a combination of tofu dregs and soybean husks as a solution to utilize tofu factory waste in Kediri city.
We are conducted this research to determine the effect of the fermentation process on increasing the nutritional content of tofu dregs and soybean husks, and also to determine the effect of BROFEED on broiler chickens as a high protein feed.
This study used experimental methods at the Laboratory of Biochemistry and Tissue Culture, State University of PGRI Kediri, and Biology Laboratory of Mandua Kota Kediri. The research was conducted with the following procedure. The first, to ferment tofu dregs and soybean husks with EM4 solutions 10%. In this process, the tool used is a closed container. The materials needs are tofu dregs, soybean husks, skim milk, and EM4 10% solutions.
And the second is making preparation of BROFEED. Dry the fermented tofu dregs and soybean husks, rinse it using a blender, and then forming that until become a pellet. And the third is testing and analysis, include of analysis of crude protein, crude fat, water content, and animal testing to determine the effect of BROFEED on broiler chickens.
The weight of the feed after the open in the fermentation feed indicates a higher decline in the food than the food without fermentation. This means that BROFEED is drier than feed without fermentation. In this way, BROFEEDs are more durable because the quality of food stability is seen from water level, where high water content is likely to be susceptible to mold and damage to the pellet.
The result of the crude protein test showed that the BROFEED had a higher crude protein content than the unfermented feed. In repetition 1, BROFEED had a crude protein content of 20.887%, while in repetition 2, BROFEED had a crude protein content of 20.752%. Crude protein content for standard broiler chicken feed is at least 18.0%, then BROFEED meets the standard. The results of the crude fat test showed that the BROFEED had a lower crude fat content than the unfermented feed. In repetition 1, BROFEED had a crude fat content of 4.270%, while in repetition 2, BROFEED had a crude protein content of 4.329%. The crude fat content for standard broiler chicken feed is a maximum of 8.0%, then BROFEED meets the standards.
feeding is done in the morning and the evening is each of 200 of pellets. Based on the chart, it is known that the average increase in the weight of the chicken by the feeding of BROFEED by fermentation experience higher growth than the feeding of the feed without fermentation.
The conclusions of this study are: 1. Our research has succeeded in making high-protein chicken feed, BROFEED, a combination of tofu tracks and fermented soybean husk. 2. Our research has succeeded in increasing the crude protein content contained in tofu tracks and soybean husk through a fermentation process using EM4 solution 10%, so that the BROFEED has a higher crude protein content by 2.25% than the feed without fermentation. 3. The result of the BROFEED test on broiler chicken were able to increase the chicken weight significantly every day, increasing by about 100 grams.
That's all from us.
Thank you for watching out this video. We hope this video can be useful for a lot of people. Salam serasi, semangat berprestasi. Goodbye.